Tech companies are continually adding new features to differentiate their products from others on the market. Often this manifests in the form of exquisite design details that sadly, most of us fail to notice unless we are really into that type of thing. Whilst I myself don't actually use Apple products, I certainly appreciate great design, and that's something Apple is notorious for. Don't believe me? Well, to open your eyes, here are the top 10 design features of everyday Apple products that you probably failed to notice.
Amazing!
Number 10. Wallpapers. We choose our wallpapers based on individual taste, but we never contemplate about them for a long time. Sometimes we are clearly oblivious to the amount of work that goes into creating an Apple Watch wallpaper. But I'm here to inform you about that. For instance, did you know that the seemingly animated wallpapers on Apple's watch are actual photographs? Employees at Apple took hundreds of hours filming blooming flowers, butterflies, and jellyfish in motion to create these. For example, for the jellyfish wallpaper, they had a tank of jellyfish in their headquarters and filmed them day to day. They shot a variety of species at 300 frames per second to get those images. In an article by Wired, Alan Dye, Apple's head of human interface design, once even stated that the longest time they spent filming those blooming flowers was 285 hours, equating to more than 24,000 shots. Now that's dedication. Number 9. Astronomy Apple Watch Face. There is something peculiar about the astronomy watch face on Apple Watches as well. While they obviously didn't go to the length of filming actual planets rotating, what you see are actual positions of planets in the solar system in real time. What makes the watch face so impressive as well is that the watch actually shows exactly where you are in the world at all times, with a subtle green dot. You can even flip the digital crown to see where the planets and the sun were aligned days, weeks, and even years in the past and future. Being keen on space, Apple has something similar to this in maps. If you zoom out enough, the sun's reflection on Earth's surface is in fact in real time as well. So you can watch the light travel as it really is in space in that singular moment. It's impressive how Apple connects their users to the world we live in, and even further than that, all the way into space. Number 8. Seemingly borderless screen on the Apple Watch. If you have an Apple Watch, you would probably like to know why the screen looks like it has no borders at times. Apple deals with this quite extraordinarily. This illusion is created by making the background a deeper shade of black, a few shades darker than the one used in iPhones. This makes it easier to blur the line between where the display ends and the border begins. Hence, the aforementioned jellyfish and butterflies seem to be floating on the screen when you look at them. This is a detail that will give you a whole new outlook on the overall product. Number 7. Appealing LED indicator. Moving on to other Apple devices, how about the MacBook? Well, that's sprinkled with surprises too. Have you ever noticed that small light on the side that often blinks? It's actually due to a patent Apple has, which dates back to 2002, for a breathing status LED indicator. It makes the computer even more human, if that's possible. The flickering LED light indicating sleep mode is very thoroughly thought out, since it was designed to psychologically appeal to users, because the flickering mimics the rhythm of breathing. So if you have trouble with anxiety, your computer is your ultimate best friend. Number 6. Fan that listens to you. Apple keeps proving that their hardware is no less perfectly designed than their software. As an example, take their smart fans. And this is not referring to the users of their products, if that came to your mind, but the actual fans built into their Macs. So if you're a fan of Apple, I apologise, but this is not a segment dedicated to you. When engaging the voice dictation feature on newer Mac laptops, Apple automatically slows the internal fan speed to better hear your voice. It mimics a human breathing, and it listens, proving once again that Apple pays attention to literally every little thing. Number 5. Accidental clicks. This helps all of us who accidentally keep pressing things on our smartphones. With Apple devices, when you're playing a song in your iPhone's music app, it used to be dangerous to back your way out through the menu buttons. Going from now playing to artists often led users to accidentally tap the store button, leading iTunes to pop up. Apple now prevents iTunes from opening via a single tap of the store button, with multiple taps required to open it instead. This idea resonated with the whole tech industry, who are each taking a different perspective to solve this problem. Many other companies and organisations, like Google, have come across this problem, which is now less of a problem because of their better organisation and the new ways they position their buttons and ads. So ads are now better positioned on the page, nowhere near the buttons. Accidental clicks did help the ad companies, and those owning the page where the ad was directed to. But now it takes at least 2 actual taps on the ad to start it. It's a sad day for those making money off accidental clicks on ads, but at least they're now actually getting real traffic, not accidental viewers who leave straight away. Number 4. Virtual reflections. The virtual reflections Apple added to the knobs on brightness and volume sliders certainly added some hidden flair to their devices. They were made to look more three-dimensional. How is this achieved without 3D glasses? Well, you might not have noticed this, but there is a slight movement in the background when you look at them, and the light seemingly reflecting on them shifts a bit when the screen is tilted, so it looks like actual sunlight reflecting on them. Pretty impressive for something as insignificant as knobs on brightness and volume. You've probably noticed a similar effect Apple and other smartphone makers employ on the home screen, by making the apps and background move very slightly in opposite directions when you tilt the phone. Evidently, nothing slips Apple's attention. Number 3. Fingerprint scanner for wet fingers. The latest craze in phone development, the fingerprint scanner, is taking the tech world by storm. Now, most new models have one, but while other companies like Samsung with their Galaxy have just added these to their phones, Apple is one step ahead, and now there's a feature for wet fingerprint recognition. One trip to the settings and your phone can recognize your fingerprint straight from the shower or gym. All you have to do is add your wet fingerprint into those your phone already recognizes, and there you go. How many times have you wished that was possible? Now it is. What a time to be alive. What next? Recognition for fingerprints covered in Cheetos dust? Number 2. Apple stores. Apple has gone far beyond just perfecting their products. Apple stores are notorious for being perfectly clean, and even in perfect alignment with everything inside and outside of them. For example, with one of their flagship stores in San Francisco, note how the cracks in the sidewalk around the Apple store align perfectly. They're all lined up in a row with the architectural elements of the building. Some of them are continuous and converge with the metal panels on the outer panels of the building. Others come into contact with windows and the huge glass doors with a height of 12 meters. Table cutouts align with tile seams, which further align to sidewalk cracks. Sliding doors and windows are all in perfect sync as well. The appeal to all senses is incredible. The edgy, minimalistic insides add up to the same kind of attention paid to their products. But be careful, with this store, visitors climb a glass staircase costing $1 million to replace if cracked. This perfect combination of tech and design looks like a safe place for perfectionists and tech lovers alike. Number 1. The logo cut in half. Despite the death of its founder, Apple continues to be a hugely successful tech company. However, Apple employees are still taking the time to commemorate Steve Jobs in any way possible. This one is just a tiny feature Apple employees use to pay tribute to their late founder. The favicon of the official Apple website is their logo, obviously, but before Apple removed the icon in later versions of Safari, it used to show only half of the Apple icon. On the anniversary of Steve Jobs' death, this was meant to symbolize Apple being at half-mast in remembrance. What are some of the features you don't think many people know about? Let me know in the comments section below. I'd be interested to hear about any I've missed. Also, please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And if you'd like to learn more about everyday things made extraordinary and explained, subscribe to this channel. It will help keep you notified of our new, interesting videos you'll be amazed by. Thanks for watching.